bless the Most High God here on the Friday night. I'm going to be honest, we almost not going to have to be here tonight. We are here. Thankful and grateful for another time to yet be in the consecrated community on a Friday night. Most High, Mother and Father of life, we are grateful and thankful for yet another day. Yet another opportunity to live life to the fullest. Thankful for events of the day that we were able to accomplish some things and we're able to embrace yet another day of life. Thankful for the congregation of fellowship. Thankful for every person that we encountered and interacted with on today. We're thankful for the peace and the serenity that surround those families dealing with the passing of a loved one, and those that are dealing with extreme circumstances. We're thankful that we are yet alive and well as we go forth on this evening. Let us continue to be mindful that our labor is not in vain as we move on to greater. Thankful for any and all that belong in on tonight. Even for those that belong in later. Any that may make it here on tonight, we are thankful for their safe passage and safe journey to get here. We are mindful that we have a charge to keep an ordained purpose to walk in. Thankful for the great contribution and impact of our great mighty ancestors. The flow and the balance in the universe and nature that helps us on a daily basis. Nothing being done for vainglory. We remember the fellowship near and far, even those that are yet headed this way, those that we are going to encounter and come in contact with. We're grateful and thankful for that. Let us continue to be healthy and wise as we go forward to make victorious and productive. Share. Yes, another evening. We're thankful that we're alive and well and here. At this time, if anyone would like to share your testimony, this is your opportunity to do so.
Amen. I thank the Most High for being back in the house one more time. Thank Him for life, health, and strength. Thank Him for the ancestors, Holy Ghost, and elders. I appreciate Him for another year of life, to be able to celebrate it. Thank Him for safe journeys and the favor and the networking and all the things that took place. And just to be back, I'm excited to be back in the house tonight and grateful for the truth that's going to come forth. Ashe.
Amen.
I'm glad to be in the house on tonight. I came Tuesday, but I forgot we have service, but I was still ready. But I'm thankful for last Sunday. I really enjoyed myself from start to finish. I mean, the music, y'all was awesome. I mean, I kept hearing the drums all through the week and stuff, but I'm grateful because I thought I was going to be sore the next day, but I wasn't. I thought I broke down or something, but I wasn't. But I'm just thankful and grateful to be back in the house with gain more knowledge and hear more truth on tonight. Every time it goes open, I'm just thankful to be here in spite of so much that's happening. But it's a blessing. Like I said, be able to get to and from the destination safely. So again, I'm just thankful and grateful for all the things that are going on right now.
That's interesting. That's interesting. But you're going to be sore. Now, That's what the ones that got excited and don't know.
They don't know the move.
They go move and get all excited and they
Right.
Be
Be
like,
like, hold on.
I'm trying to tell them, we trying to bring it. That's why I'm so ready for what's coming. We're going to be talking about it definitely on Sunday. I tell you. I did pay attention to it until earlier today. Incidentally, anyone else want to say anything? All right.
Thankful to be in the house.
Thankful to be in the house. All right. All right. Anybody log in?
Not yet.
I didn't pay attention to it, but you know, they don't be talking about a shift and transition and all this. But I was paying attention that, you know, in here is being restructured for a reason. And the different things that we have to finish up, you know, as you begin to finish things, then it becomes clear what it's for. And some of the things that we haven't finished yet, we definitely going to finish because I am looking forward to the reality of what the next wave is all about. I am extremely looking forward to it. I cannot express it enough how much I'm truly looking forward to moving on. People hear me say the next wave, some people understand it, some people don't. But that's all right. And show them that I can tell them. I think it's amazing. The atmosphere, the ministry here, I think it's amazing. And I don't want to get ahead of us, but it's time to share it. It's time to share it the right way, and it's time to share it on a large scale. So we got some things we're going to do for sure. Never said this before, but I'll say it before Sunday. I know for a fact that unless something catastrophic happens, I know for a fact for the first time, I'm going to honestly have to say that next year, I'm going to retire. And maybe exhausted, but I'm looking forward to it. And Mommy has made a request. I'll tell you all about that Sunday, but they made a request. It's really interesting when you look at it and think about it. But I was paying attention to how, yeah, it's a preparation being made. And they had a song about being prepared. In the song it says, He's prepared me for something I can't handle right now. They say He's making me ready just because He cares. And and then it say He's provided me what I need. And I never really paid attention to the song. And the pastor brought the song up and was talking about it in detail. And when you listen to the song, it's not thank you. I know church world want to jump on me and beat me down. But it's not thank you. It sounds good. Most of what we rely on and most of what we thrive on sound good. And we took it in, and that's what pushes us. That's what motivates us, that's what drives us. We can go mental all we want to about it. We did all the work. And the assistance that we had, we didn't give it credit. We acknowledged part of it. And I'm looking forward to being relentless, tearing down the very fabric and fiber of what had me bound and limited. Trust me when I say, I am getting ready, even ready to go live. I'm physically getting ready, I'm spiritually getting ready, I'm mentally getting ready. I'm definitely getting ready. And I can't wait. So I hope you're getting ready. After Sunday, anybody going to ready, something wrong with it. She mentioned the music. It's funny you mentioned the music because I'm glad you said that. Because I say all the time. What they're going to bring in is awesome because they ain't 50. You understand what I'm saying? They ain't 50 years old. So that flow will be around for a while. So I'm excited about that too. But incidentally, did you want to testify? You want to testify after working so effectively?
Yes.
That's your testimony? Would you like to testify? That's it? That's all? Okay. And it said we're not going to push the issue. Oh, man. But on tonight, what we want to deal with, and no one's logging. I ask all the time.
It says two people.
And I don't like, the reason why I ask is I don't like being rude. At the beginning, when I have a chance, I like to thank people for logging in and appreciate people. And as I said earlier, they always hear me say the next grade, but if they pay attention, we bring the next grade when we have service. And I'm excited because you always hear them say minister to the whole man. But when I look at how the praise and the magnifying and the testimonies and the bringing forth that go on in this place, it ministers to the whole man. And there's a focus on your health, there's a focus on your state of mind, there's a focus on your spirituality, focus on your state of being and your current position in life. I mean, the focus is undeniable. So it's time to do something with it. I know the traditional people hate my guts, but they ain't hurt me yet. And if they'll pay attention, it's helping them more than hurting them. Now, it's helping them more than hurting them. And ain't not going to stop. I'm like that song. Ready to walk on water and get to where I gotta go. And still, so have at it trying to stop it. You ain't stop. All right. Tays, you had a good day at work.
It was all right, yes,
It was all right. That wasn't good, was it? See, all right? Well, we're glad it was all right. Bless you. Bless you. Oh, like Joe Father. How you doing?
All right.
Wonderful. Really, when you smile. Who we talking about? Ain't that so? Who we talking about tonight?
Being positive when negative is fighting all around.
So what? Say that again.
Being,
I mean, I want to hear. Like Pop said, I want to hear.
being,
I hear me.
being positive
Being positive
when negative
with negative
is fighting all around you.
is fighting all around you. Being positive with negative is fighting all around you. Ain't that something? That's a goodie. Well, I want to use for a subject for what she just said. Huh? Let me tell you why the eagle don't clean her nest? Let me tell you why the eagle don't clean her nest. You know, they always tell us, study to show yourself approved under God. And they say you'll be a workman, not being ashamed to rightly divide the word of truth. Bless you. That's the only part of that statement that got credibility. Bless you. Because they've been rightly dividing the word of truth for years. They just divide it in a way that mess up everybody. But the eagle don't clean her nest for a reason. Aye. The whole time that an eagle have the eggs in the nest, everything surrounding that eagle and surrounding the presence of those eggs is negative. Hello, sir. The wind blows against the nest, and sometimes the way that the weather is, you think the nest is going to be destroyed. But even with the eggs sitting there, there's always the possibility of those eggs not making it to the hatching stage. Come on, somebody. And even all that time, the eagle has to be in a position to make sure that the nest is not disturbed, but yet still carry out being an eagle. And we are taught that the eagle is a proud bird. Hello. And it's really funny how they came up with this notion of calling the eagle a proud bird. The eagle, if you study it, is not puffed up and dry at all. I know they try to attest to that because of its ability. But a fact to throw in here is the eagle gets a lot of nourishment and strength from the sun. I know y'all already do that. And you would think that with all of the things going on concerning the time of having those eggs in the nest, that the eagle should keep the nest clean. Hello, somebody. That the eagle should make the nest tidy. Oh, this ain't gonna take long in here. Thank you, wonderful woman in the Most High. That it should be spick and span. Hello. But let me tell you why the eagle don't clean the nest. Because the nest is designed to be a temporary place of refuge.
Right.
A temporary place of security. A temporary place of sound safety. And it is that. But it's not the ultimate protection because the eggs have a shell. Come on, somebody. Y'all ain't hearing me.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And we see that the eagle never needs to tidy up, sweep up, nor clean up. Y'all better listen. And I want you to understand that I'm getting ready to get in trouble right now. Because when we called ourselves coming forth in what we call ministry, we didn't understand that the model that we had was the equivalent to the eagle's nest. But because we had some irresponsible eagles, they kept tidying it up and cleaning it up. Come on, somebody. They kept polishing it and keeping it good looking. Kept hiding the flaws. Kept hiding the problems. Hello. And the eagle does not clean Because in hiding flaws and problems, you cause problems when they're exposed. What we call ministry, in the way it was presented to us, is the equivalent of that eagle's nest because it was supposed to be in the beginning designed for you to have a platform. Huh? Or, if you will, an example. Huh? To go on that would unite and connect with the fact that you are next. Are you hearing me? But all across the board, being next wasn't respected nor recognized properly. Hello. I'm almost to where I'm trying to go. Some of you in here tonight, you are following examples while being an example. And when you have to do both, it's very important that you recognize what's best. Not what's okay, not what's good for the moment, but what's best. Because what's best does not identify nor agree with everything else around it. Are y'all hearing me? Because sometimes when you're doing what's best, it don't look like it's right. Sometimes when you're doing what's best, it don't look like it's going to be favorable. Sometimes when you're doing what's best, it don't look like it's going to be good. So when an eagle is not cleaning the nest, when an eagle is not making the nest immaculate, it may not look good if that's what's going on. It may not look profitable. It may not look prosperous. It may even look like the eagle is being reckless. But I want you to know that in our walk, in our example, there are things that were added that caused us to not be who we could have been operating in ministry. Man, I'm getting ahead of myself, getting in trouble. What it did was give us a clean bill of health when we wasn't healthy. What it did was give us a security place while we were yet unstable. What it did was make us blind to the fact that the clean paint that we saw, if you scratch it, it's got a dirty wall behind it. Yeah. The reason why the eagle don't clean the nest is because what's in the nest, if it come out of the nest is immaculate and clean, it'll stay. It wasn't designed for it to stay, so the eagle fall in line with what it was designed for. Somebody enlighten me. And watch this. When the hatching takes place, cleaning ain't the motive. Cleaning ain't the focus. Making it spotless ain't the norm. Making sure that those babies eat becomes the focus and the norm. Making sure that those babies are safe becomes the focus and the norm. All y'all in here. Making sure that those babies grow, gain strength, becomes the focus and the norm. In ministry, the focus and the norm wasn't for us to grow. It wasn't for us to gain strength. In many cases, a lot of us were being set up to be proselytes. A lot of us were being set up to be copycats. A lot of us were being set up to be stubborn, headed, and high-minded. And the personality and nastiness of the place you were in, you picked it up and you had attributes just like the nasty, unrighteous folk you were around. Good God. But the eagle keeps the nest in the shape it is in because the eagle understands what the purpose of it is. I believe that the purpose ain't yet been fully unfolded when it comes to ministry. Everybody said they got a ministry and operate in ministry. Oh, y'all ain't in here. There's a difference between the religious business and the ministry. I keep telling you that. So here the eagle understands to the fullest the purpose of the nest, the purpose of why the nest has to be there. But if you would poll 1,000 pastors, I guarantee you not many of them fully understand what they're in and what they're really supposed to be doing. I see a whole lot of people use the word pastor, but doggone it, most of them don't know what that really means. And if they tell you what it means, they're so far from what it really is, it don't make no sense. I wish I was talking right. Huh? It's not an accident that pastor is spelled past or. What's after the or? Present? Never mind. I wish I was talking right. Too many pastors are stuck in the past, that they don't know how to relate to the past or present at the same time. So I'm going to move on from that. The reason why an eagle ultimately does not clean that mess is because it will be a disservice and it will disrespect the ordained purpose of that mess. How many times have we had our ordained purpose disrespected because somebody wanted to mold and shape us and make us like them? Because somebody wanted to show us how they say this is the right way. And doggone it, you go somewhere else and find out the way they told you is different over there, and different over here, and different around there. In other words, the right way is actually monopolized by whoever saying what's right. So when that eagle has that respect and does not deviate from the purpose of the nest. How many times have we deviated from the purpose of ministry because we were following some rinky-dink example that we thought was right? How many times have we held ourselves from operating fully and functioning properly simply because we thought that what was going on at that time was the norm? Never mind. But the eagle yet does not clean the nest. Even though everything around it might be clean, everything around it might be being clean, the eagle still does not clean the nest. Why? Because I told you, when those little babies hatch, the purpose is not for them to stay. Come on, somebody. But the purpose is for them to grow. Right? And too many people grow out but don't grow up. Never mind. See, when you grow out, you're stuck. Hey, hi. You stuck and you fit in and fill into what's around you. But you're never able to grow up so that you can get past and be effective outside of what you are around. That's why so many people have fit into a building but don't do no building when they leave the building. That's why so many people are full of the attributes and the ways of what happens in the organization but ain't organized outside of the organization. Because they don't understand the ordained purpose of what the heck they're in. Even in denomination, they talk about doctrine. Most doctrines are full of piss and crap. Never mind. And I don't care who get mad at what I said. I can prove what I just said about your doctrine. But you and your doctrine. Understand? It's time for you to understand why the eagle don't clean the nest. If you clean the nest, then what's supposed to fly out of the nest gets so comfortable the way it don't go do that. Oh, y'all ain't in here. But what am I talking about? You gotta be wise enough to embrace an ordained purpose to the point where you put it in a way that when you move, the way you maneuver, it can be recreated without a hitch. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Many a young lady can't even ball hot dogs. Hey, because they didn't bring them in the kitchen. They know how to teach them how to do some switching, but don't want to bring them in the kitchen. They know how to teach them how to twerk, but don't know how to teach them how to make a turkey. Oh, never mind. She can twerk with a turd in her butt, but she can't ball weenies. Why? Because they made it to the point that all they needed to do was grow out, but not grow up. See, there's a lot of folk that grew out, but if you look at it, they can't function properly because all they did was grow out to fit into their surroundings. They didn't grow up so that they can change and make changes in their environment. All they didn't hear. So the eagle does not clean that nest because the eagle understands that it has to be to where when the ordained purpose is being fulfilled, that the nest becomes not a place of bondage, not a place of seclusion, but a place of liberty. Are y'all in here? A place of reflecting on strength, reflecting on growth, reflecting on, man, I ain't talking right in here. Too many people have been in ministry after ministry, but they claim they ain't learned nothing. Most of them ain't learned nothing because there wasn't nothing there to learn. And a lot of them, when there was something there to learn, they were distracted and couldn't learn it. And some of them molded and their agenda kept them from learning. We got so many reasons. It's a reason why you have to be smart enough and wise enough to understand the purpose of what you're in. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Man, this should have been a leadership conference. You got to understand what you're in. Most of us are having problems because we don't understand what we're in. When you begin to understand what you're in, you'll respect what you're in. Huh? And isn't it funny that one of those babies are in that nest, don't none of them try to jump over the edge? Huh? Isn't it funny? Until the appointed time when they actually pushed over the edge. Hello? Y'all ain't in here. Why are they pushed over the edge? Because it's time for them to fly. Huh? One thing about it is it makes me laugh every time I think about it. When I look at how things are today, huh? Can I ruffle some feathers for a minute? When I look at how things are today, and I look at our people. Our people have been designed to act like eagles, huh? But have a mindset of a passenger pigeon. Come on, somebody. Because they sit in an eagle's place and sit in an eagle's nest. But when you sit them out, they go in a big circle and they're right back in the same state they was in. They deliver the same messed up stuff, carry the same messed up stuff. Somebody's messed up in one city, relocate and take the same mess to the new city. Are y'all hearing me? I look at how our people have a problem with learning how to respect an ordained purpose. I know I ain't got nobody on there with me tonight. Never mind. Anybody with us? They picked the right night, not today.
Yeah, they haven't said anything, but that's some of them.
Understand what I'm saying here. We have to finally get our mind right to understand that a lot of things that we want to be comfortable are not designed to be comfortable. They're designed to give you comfort. When it gives you comfort, then it puts you in a place where you realize that's what it's supposed to do at that time, but it's supposed to make it permanently comfortable. Y'all ain't in here. Because sometimes when you want to be comfortable, you just want the comfort, and the comfort will get you where you ain't able. Spell it for me. Never mind. I want everybody here tonight to realize that the eagle don't clean the nest, because if you clean the nest and make it so tidy, then you will not be able to fulfill the ordained purpose of that nest and help to where those babies grow up. And grow up and out to the point where not only are they able to function in that nest, they can recreate a nest. Y'all in here can help with a nest. Know how to do when it comes to a nest. Many of us, if we'll tell the truth, never mind, we came up in environments where they ain't show us nothing, where we couldn't ask too many questions. When we asked questions, it seemed like it was a bad thing because they asked. I wish I was in here. Where fear dominated the reality of knowing. Am I in here yet? And that eagle is fantastic and awesome, because another bird can't come and tell the eagle how to be an eagle. Another bird can't infringe upon the right of the eagle being an eagle. But yet in church, you can change church people to be whatever you want them to be. In church, you can change the same church people who was hugging you one month, or turn on you for something new came in town. Oh, y'all ain't in here. You can get them to change with the weather, and you can get them to change with whether or not you saying what they want you to say. Oh, I ain't talking right in here tonight. I want you to know that the eagle don't clean the nest, because the eagle has the intelligence to know that everything that the nest is supposed to do, it don't need no instigating from the eagle. Are y'all in here? The eagle is there to make sure the nest is in place properly. Are you in here? Anybody in place properly in here tonight? Are you sure? Well, let's see. If you're in place properly in here tonight, you're not happy with the state of things. From the standpoint of you want it to be greater and better. But now when are you going to spread your wings and begin to maneuver that's going to cause it to be better? Now before you can cause it to be better in here, you have to cause it to be better in here. Are y'all in there? On the inside, it's got to be better. Because whether you like it or not, your forecast on the inside ain't always going to be sunshine. Your forecast on the inside ain't always going to be pleasant and smooth. Are y'all hearing me? You're going to have to learn how to stop using the umbrella on the inside and respect the fact that sometimes you're going to have to get wet. Are y'all hearing me? The eagle does not clean the nest because the eagle respects everything around that nest. The eagle has a respect for the environment, has a respect for the universe, has a respect for nature. I wish I was in here. And to the point where it realizes it's all there for a purpose, and as long as everything is lined up right, ain't nothing going to destroy that which is necessary. Are you in here? That's why if we'll learn how to get this right on the inside, we have to build and devour and destroy one another. But we're building ourselves up to where we're being a street, even when we have to give correction. And notice that the end result of the eagle not cleaning the nest, if the eagle gets to rejoice and get to fly around and saying, well done, well done, well done. That's something we learn how to do. You ain't learn how to celebrate yourself. You ain't learn how to celebrate your accomplishments. You ain't learn how to celebrate your strengths, your ability. When that eagle is flying around, because it's the moment for her to shine. It's the moment for her to say it was done, and it was done to the fullest. We gotta have it where we gotta give something else credit. We gotta have it where we gotta lie and say something else did it. Doggone it, the video shows that it's you. You better learn that the eagle don't clean the nest, because cleaning the nest is not what the eagle gonna get credit for. I wish I was in here. Too many of us run around doing stuff that we ain't gonna get credit for, and giving credit to the wrong thing when we should be getting credit. Am I talking to somebody in here yet? I want you to understand it's time to shake yourself. It's time to lift your head and realize that I keep saying it's a new day, but do we have a new you? What I mean by new you, do you know how to put the right perspective in your life? Do you know how to line things up properly for now? I know how it was in 1960, and I appreciate things that they learned in 1960. But everything that happened in 1960, some of it is obsolete for now. And some of it is just a memory. Some of it is just something to reflect on. But we got too many people trying to impose it and use it now. Even in this state and country, they're trying to bring back some of the old stuff. There's going to be a lot of folk getting their feelings hurt. There's going to be a lot of folk crying and hurt and abused. Because you can't keep bringing back the old stuff in the wrong way. The eagle don't clean the nest because the eagle is not bound to the nest, but the eagle is bound to the ordained purpose attached to the nest. If you want to hear me give an example in church, how many times before lie and say they're supposed to belong in a place? Some of them have been all over the place, and they've been all over the place in the same city, in the same town, in the same county. If you put stamps on, they'll look like a stick, a big giant stick. But then I've been to this ministry, I've been to that church, I've been to that place, I've been to that place. You got a brand new behind, they won't have no booty left if they do. I want you to understand that you don't clean the mess because you have to respect the purpose of the mess. Everybody that comes in the mess is not designed to be stuck in the mess. Everybody that comes in the mess is not designed to keep the mess going. Everybody that comes in the mess is not necessarily designed to be part of the inhabitants of the nest. There's some people that come to get strength. There's some people that come to get help. There's some people that come to get built up. But in the time that we're living in, they don't understand the wisdom behind why the eagle don't clean the nest. They keep one another from strength. They keep one another from help. They keep one another from growth. They keep one another from stability. They keep one another from moving forward. Ain't got no time for no crabs in a bucket, because crabs ain't got wings. Crabs don't fly. All they do is pitch, and I don't care if it's an inch. I ain't got time to talk about crabs. You want to talk talk about crabs. You can talk about them all you want to. I want you to understand crab is part of seafood, but I don't live in the sea. That's how we're talking right. Crabs are part of sea life. I'm a skywalker. Never mind. I want y'all to learn that you're going to have some wisdom. Stop all the time about crabs in a bucket. Every time somebody comes up, they pull you down. That was a metaphor. That was just something to say as an example of how we don't work together, as an example of how we don't help each other, as an example of how we don't support each other, as an example of how we want to stab each other in the back instead of hugging one another in front. Y'all ain't like me. Better learn the wisdom of why the eagle don't clean the nest. Because if you clean the nest, you do the disservice to the ones that are going to be developed in the nest. Y'all ain't in here. Ain't nothing greater than having good memories of growth, having good memories of learning, having good memories of stability, having good memories of flowing forward. I wish I was talking to somebody. Is there anybody in here out there that know what I'm talking about here? It's time to understand the wisdom behind why the people don't clean that nest. We keep this clean when it comes to dirt. We don't want dirt and filth in here, but we try to make it so neat and make it so tidy that nobody will go out and do nothing. You don't want to go out and do something. You don't want to go out and accomplish something. You don't want to go out and add to. You want to go out and do more. I wish I was talking right. I heard somebody say there's no place like home. I understand that, and that's true. Because when I call home, I can go back there right now. And I don't get a cold reception when I go. There's too many people who call something home. It was just some place to be for that moment. It wasn't home. You were just having home while you were there. I wish I were talking in here. Somebody need to understand that wisdom. But why the eagle don't clean the nest. You see, if you clean the nest, there ain't nothing growing and they're going to want to fly. If you keep cleaning the nest, then ain't nothing you're going to want to try. If you keep cleaning the nest, then ain't nothing going to want to learn how to clean. Ain't y'all ain't in here. Is there somebody that's catching on to what I'm saying? In this place we have a lot of capabilities, got a lot of skill, got a lot of things that we can do to make things better. But what I'm finding out is folks are trying to see if they can get somebody to violate and start cleaning the nest. I wish I were talking to somebody. Am I talking to anybody yet? Do you know what I'm talking about? Well, let me go a little further. I'll stop wiping somebody's nose and show them how to use the tissue. Right. I'll stop wiping somebody's butt and show them how to reach around. I'll stop putting up with tantrums out of folk that shouldn't be passed. Y'all ain't in here. If you stop trying to show little lessons to the same people all the time, how those coming up behind them going to learn anything. What I'm saying to you tonight is, don't just get up, grow up. Y'all ain't in here. Don't just grow up, grow out. Y'all ain't in here. Don't just grow out, show out. Stop holding your mouth wrong. Stop hiding who we are. Stop hiding who you are. Those places around here, still got chains on. We're supposed to be removing chains. Y'all ain't in here. We're talking about break every chain. I found out something about breaking a chain. When you break a chain, you bring attention to the fact that another one needs to be put on to keep the restraining going. Y'all ain't in here. But when you remove a chain, you show that the chain ain't got no power. We didn't have to break it. We took it out because it don't belong to us. We didn't have to mash it. We took it out because it ain't ours. We didn't have to destroy it. We just removed it because our name ain't on it. If you break a chain, all you're doing is making room for a new one. I wish I were talking right in here. You got to learn in here tonight how to get up and be strong. You got to learn in here tonight instead of all reach for one. I'm going to reach something bondage, but it's got everything to do with not limiting somebody's experience. Too many of us been in places, we've been in surroundings where they limited our experience. Too many of us been in places where they kept us at a standstill. Now, hear me. Some things have a good reason for why they are in place. But when it has run out, it ran and then ran out. Somebody like me, don't be a dead horse trying to follow an old example that ain't flying no more. Am I talking to anybody? Don't disrespect anybody, but don't give me that old time religion. Y'all ain't even here. Give me the wisdom of it so that I can move a little further than now. Somebody ain't like what I'm saying, but I'm going to say it anyhow. You got to stop trying to make the nest immaculate. You got to stop trying to make the nest spotless and realize that the nest is designed not to be a permanent place. It is here, but it is designed for learning. It's designed for growth. It's designed for instruction. It's designed to build. It's designed for expansion. That's what we got here. We got a consecrated progressive community. But what we're not doing, we're not providing enough life lessons, enough life building. Y'all ain't in here. After the life change, now it's time to build it up. After the life change, now it's time to get greater. After the life change, now it's time to add to it. What we've been doing, we're talking about our skills and not using them. What we've been doing, making plans but not carrying them out. No more, no more. It's time to walk in the wisdom. Why the eagle don't clean the nest? Am I talking to anybody in here? Most of the time, when the young eagles fly out the nest, they tell that lie that they never come back. That's not true. In some cases that does happen. But one thing, eagles are not ignorant. Eagles are not stupid. And neither are we. Some of you had a good high school and you still remember it. Some of you had a good collegiate experience and you still remember it. Some folk were taught, some folk were nurtured, some folk were strengthened, some folk were helped, some folk were built up, but they ignorantly forgot all about it and then messed up their opportunity to be able to fly back home. I come to tell you in here tonight, we gotta learn how to put it all together so we end up strong, so we end up unstoppable, so we end up more than conquerors. You can't be more than a conqueror if you ain't never conquered nothing. You can't be more than a conqueror if you don't execute your right to war. There's a whole lot of folk talk warfare, but they ain't never been in war. There's a whole lot of folk talk warfare. They don't even know what it means. I'm so tired of talking about spiritual warfare with a bunch of unfit spiritual people. I come to tell you this. We're going to have to operate and function like a force. Instead of acting like a force is controlling us. Instead of acting like a force is moving us. Instead of acting like a force is stopping us. We have to be a force so we can enforce. So we can have enforcement. I'm talking to somebody. There's somebody waiting on us. There's somebody needing us. There's somebody who's reaching out for us. While we get stagnated, trying to clean the mess for a bunch of eagles that ain't gonna fly. There's a bunch of them around here. They got weeds. Their feathers are full of never mind. I come to tell you, it's time to learn. We gotta clean the mess. We do have to help prepare. We do have to help strengthen. We do have to help build up. All that we get rid stop trying to make proselytes. It's time to be capable, skilled people. Making our mark everywhere we go. I'm talking to anybody here. soaring through the sky. But if you check it out, and dig into it, and they probably never paid this much attention, that eagle flies sharp and high and strong after it has accomplished the purpose of the nest. It's like a celebration, and an intrinsic joy that we hardly experience because we always got a partner in it that don't never show up for the day. But yet we lie and say it was at the day. Ain't got no pictures of them at the table or nothing. We always go on a feeling, but don't want nobody to touch you. But you go on a feeling all the time. Hi, get in trouble, why? I'm here to tear it down. This shot. I'm telling you, I'm here to tear it down. I don't care who I'm playing. Hi, hey, I'm here to tear it down because it's time to tear it down. Time to tear it down with truth, not tear it down attacking it and disrespecting it, but give the truth of it. And let people make up their own mind, whatever they mind they got there. Quit telling myself was at the date that ain't never in the pictures. You dead tired about to pass out. You lying to myself helped you. No, you helped you. So if something came and helped you like that, what you tired for? Ooh, I'm making somebody mad somehow. Somebody gonna hear this and then preach against it and talk against it. Well, happy are you. Have at it. I ain't trying to fit in your world anyway. If I was supposed to fit in your world, I'd have been a millionaire in that funky thing. That's why I never thrived in it, because I ain't belong in it. I was there to learn it, so I know how to dismantle it the right way when I have to help somebody. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. We ain't supposed to be hurting nobody. We ain't supposed to be debating and arguing. We're supposed to be helping people. That story has had its strength long enough. I got a whole family that don't even talk to me. Because one of my cousins told me, he done left God, but you want money from me. Get mad, helpful. Don't make me no sense. We still cousins. No. You're going to have to learn this ain't about leaving God and fighting. This is about truth. Our people are being destroyed. Because too busy trying to be religious instead of righteous. Our people being destroyed because they got more love for a building than they do for their fellow man. Got more dedication to a funky story that never happened. There was a copy in a mimic of other stories. If it was so strong and credible, why the story of David is what they're bringing out now? Because they got to reinforce these stories that never happened in people's minds. The only Goliath you got that ever existed was somebody's fucking halitosis breath. Oh no, Goliath. It's a lie. Stories and fables and myths. And they last, yeah, they have an effect. But if you look at the ones that put it up, they ain't all emotional and affected like we are. Folk defended something that killed a lot of their people. I'm tired and I don't want to hear it. They can say what they want to say. So you saying that ain't the word of God? You ain't skippy, I'm saying it. I'll time somebody say it and see it for what it is. Well, God ain't tell you nothing. You disrespecting your own ancestors. They gave you messages. Why do you think your message sound mediocre? Because you're mediocre. They don't fool with you because you disrespect them. I get the messages I get because I don't disrespect them. You can't get them because you disrespect them. And you talk about them. You defend something that destroyed them. And they supposed to help you? What you say you cast it out, wait till I tell you what's really going on. There ain't no demon. Never mind. There's no difference. Hi. Stop trying to clean the mess and respect the ordained purpose of the mess. Everybody come in your life, stop having a lasting negative effect on people that come in your life and think you did them a service. Talking about tough love. What the heck is tough love? I'm showing them tough love. Ain't no such thing as tough love.
Another way of saying you're being mean.
Huh?
I just said you just another way of saying you being mean.
I'm gonna show them some tough love. They got so many different kinds of love, but then you say God is love. So if you got these different kinds of love, that's why you got these different kinds of God. Now, now, I remember that sister came out with that song said real love. I'm looking for real love. Well, Jody White, wasn't it?
Yes.
Never mind. Never mind. He said real love. I want y'all to understand the wisdom of knowing the ordained purpose of the nest. The ordained purpose of this ministry is not to prove nothing to anybody, but it's to develop and be strong and be an example so that others can see. And anybody come to be a part of it, or anybody come to be exposed to it, it's supposed to be a pleasant experience. Some people will take a pleasant experience and make it negative when something makes them mad. That's all right too. Learn the ordained purpose of the nest. Huh? It would make, have you ever seen a bird make a nest? Y'all see it? Y'all see what they do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how you clean it?
You don't, you just throw it away.
It's dirty. But they fulfill the ordained purpose of it. That's what we have to learn to do. Fulfill the ordained purpose. Look, what's on the horizon is bigger than us anyway. But we're part of it. And it won't go anywhere without us handling it right. That eagle have to handle things right. Oh man, I wish I was doing right. I just ain't help nobody there.
Yes.
You have to be wise. You're not in everybody's life to make them do anything. And sometimes we don't receive instruction because the spirit by which is given.
Right.
You all mad at me, there ain't no time to give me instruction. I'm never mind. You know what? Because that's going to be my memory of the instruction you gave. You're mad at the house spirit you gave it. I always want to tell you. It ain't got nothing to do with it. Why? Because that's how you did it. Did it change? You're going to hear a lot of wild stuff coming out of my mouth. And I want you to know right now, I ain't got it out of nobody's book, ain't read nobody's encyclopedia, ain't studied nobody's class. I had more like class without the C in the L when I was sitting in those rooms than I did a student. And looked at more class without the C in the L while I was sitting in the buildings. Now, and grabbed more class without the C in the L while I was sitting in the classes. Now, work it out. People can't take this kind of honest truth. They ain't heard nothing yet. It's time for us to be wise. We are limiting ourselves because we see ourselves as limited because we're looking at the space and not. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. We're looking at the space, but you don't want to embrace your capacity. Did you not know that your capacity is larger than the space you're in? Your capacity goes beyond these four walls, but you limit yourself because you're looking at this space instead of recognizing your capacity. I heard them say that some people that don't meet no strangers. I know what they mean. You know, some people that don't meet no strangers ain't here. Because, you know, that little boy don't meet no strangers, but they ain't gone. Got to call the wrong one. That girl don't meet no stranger, now she gone. That's why you had to be friendly to everybody. Got friendly with the wrong one, you know, to the trunk of the car. Folks don't like what I'm saying, but it's the truth. I found out something about when you tell the truth, it will cause folk to show their real self, whether they know they know it or not. Some people say, oh, that's too real, man. Oh, so you can't handle it. Oh, ain't nobody gonna want you to come preach. He didn't ask me to come through. I was a problem. Look, Pop used to tell him, you know, they had asked Pop, what about him? You don't want him to do. He would tell him. But he might like coming to Wichita. No, you don't. You don't want him. No, that end right there. This ain't his time. He wasn't trying to hurt me. He was helping them. Because if I would have unleashed back then, I'd been there right now. Y'all don't believe that. Church ain't nothing but organized crime, hiding behind religion. They ain't gonna like me talking about that. But what about the gifts? How do you explain that? I ain't gotta explain it because y'all don't operate in none. All y'all do is hype people up and then they end up dead. Tell them they're healed. I ain't gotta explain it. I tell them y'all stuff. Why? I'll tell you why it don't work though. I'll tell you why it don't work the way they say it too. Never mind. I'm gonna say it again. Stop limiting yourself to the space and respect your capacity. Ooh, man, that's a profound statement. Do you know your capacity? I don't. Do you know yours? No. And I'm glad I don't know. I'm glad I don't know. Your capacity, now you got something to shoot for. Keep coming, keep reaching, keep going, right? We stop because of the space. There's some people that walk around here looking like they're on death row because of where they go on Sunday. They look like somebody beaten because of where they go on Sunday. And their pastor look like somebody beating them too. I'm around looking defeated till they got the victory. You got some big cough drops in your pocketbook or in your pocket, but you ain't got no victory. It's real in here. We don't get no watered down. Life is presented in here. Everybody in here have that mindset to want better and do greater. So start embracing your capacity. Never be limited. This place has to be turned into a place that people call great. Why? Because of great people being in it. I'm talking to somebody tonight. Everything ain't gonna go perfect. And everything that go right didn't go perfect. Best friend says so. Learn the wisdom behind why the eagle don't take the nest. If you learn the ordained purpose of the nest, it won't bother you when you have to clear the nest. Hello? I wonder if there's somebody in here tonight that this was personal for you. Just you?
Sure.
It ought to be personal. It ought to motivate us, push us, drive us. I wasn't kidding. I used the word tired, but I probably need to use the word exhausted. Next year, I finally have to say, man, I'm tired. And probably what I'm saying, man, I'm exhausted. So it's time. I don't understand all 100%, but I do know this. We are hindering ourselves. And we got to stop doing it. You're going to have moments. Don't let that stop your momentum. Oh, man, that's what I'm doing for us. You have moments, but don't let that stop your momentum. Oh, yeah. Well, we didn't get out of the way tonight because it's time to get out of the way. But before we go anywhere, we could get closing comments. Now, normally I ask for what those have, but tonight I don't do that. All the way from Mississippi by way of Indiana. We're going to ask, not other than sitting there in front of me on the camera. Y'all know her as me. gonna ask Deidre and Dee. We're gonna ask her for the closing comments. That all right?
All right.
Awesome. Take it away.
Basically, stop making temporary permanent.
Ooh. Stop making temporary. And that's something. That's interesting. Y'all ever see somebody don't have their dance?
Mm-hmm.
Every time you see it, ain't nothing new. Ain't getting nothing different. You ever see somebody like that?
Mm-hmm.
Some people do that and they happy. They happy. I got in trouble with that about that word content. They ain't heard to have. That's why I mess with it again. You want me to be content and hide the fact that I'm upset. Ain't that a false one? Now you worked that out how you said, according to what you wrote, God had a false way, but you telling me to be false because you want me to be content when I know I ain't.
Right.
Work that out. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Stop making temporary permanent. That's just like them folk that come in a workplace through the temporary service and get mad when the assignment ends.
Right. You wouldn't.
Y'all wrong, man. This. Hold up, bro.
Nobody told you to get comfortable.
Temporary service. They could have hired me, could have, would have, should have. It's a temporary service. Man. But I've seen people when I was working in some places, they come in with the tip. They go around us and they learn how to go to HR and become permanent. But some of them just went around waiting for the assignment to be in. And that's what, ooh, boy, I'm getting in trouble. That's what people do in these places. They done finished their course. Ain't did nothing but sit there the whole time. What course you finished?
Nobody's. You just wasted time.
Wouldn't finish nothing. Eat half a banana in the building and the other half in the car. You never finish nothing in the building. How you finish your course? What course? Did you know what course you was going to be finished? We say a lot of stuff to pacify the fact that we got duped. We got an unlimited supply being able to put up our dukes because we got duped across the board. And we the only ones, you hear some of these other folks, these other nationalities, they so loud. Man, you say something else. I'm closing with this, and if anybody like the Atlanta Falcons, you need to log out, you don't need to hear this. Watch a little bit of football. The Atlanta Falcons won a football game last night. He kept talking about the whole season God was taking them through changes. To God, not the teams that were whipping their behind. But God had blessed them. Now they won one game last night. You ain't going to the playoffs. Huh? You're a bottom feeder of the division. But God did this.
He preparing them for next season.
They're going to stink next season. And I was listening and I said, now, listen to this guy. Yeah, God was taking us through this, taking us. Do we ever see the response of them announcers when they talk like that? That don't excite them. That don't motivate. That don't make them smile. They have this look on their face like, here going another one with this stupid stuff. It sounds stupid. God took you through this. But you ain't even got a chance of making the playoffs. None. See, the cameras will make people act stupid. The cameras did. They played on TV in one hand. You ain't play on national television, you was on print. And I shook my head. I said, oh, he got to be kidding me. I'm only going to cuss me out, but this time I'm for lying and being delusional. Now, how my uncle went to a better place when everything my uncle did was against the place you rolled into?
Yeah.
You got somebody up doing eulogy he didn't even like. Well, we can't tell the truth and folk don't get so bad because of a book. We're not the only ones all messed up about this stuff. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. I got a question. Anybody been to any of the parades and we got to go? Anybody been to any of the parades? I was going to ask, is Jesus in the parade?
Probably not.
Because I know who at the end of the parade, that's the focus of the parade. But who's going to be the reason for the season? Never mind. I got a lot more, like Mr. T. Got a lot more. You got your big fantasy at the end of the parade. But I know he ain't the reason for the season. He the reason you tell your children they get toys. With no chimney, no fireplace, no roof. You in a high rise, ain't no roof. Not yours. Why we can't just say this is what we can hold on to and tell the purpose of it instead of getting mad at somebody to talk about it? If they so in love with it, why won't one of them dress up and get to the parade? They do it at Promised Land. Got some dude dressed up like it, they reenact the crucifixion. You got to pay them, it ain't true. If it's all that, why they don't dress up like they're walking the parade? I mean, you don't have a reason in the parade? Nobody don't like me. I love them though. So they can do something. I just want to know if you went to the parade, because at the end of every parade, that's where the end, except for 1 year. 1 year I was at the end of the parade. We had just won a breakdance competition. They put us in the parade and come up here. We was at the end of the parade. Our breakdance group. They told us to get in front of them. And the manager said, just get behind them. Y'all need to focus. I said, you know what, she makes sense. And the funny thing is, we are black and red too. That was our colors. Head on down, watching in the parade. Well, I dumb self. Never mind. He said, dumb. Because whoever that was that did that parade, they paid them to do it. Y'all ain't gonna say they get paid. Do the department stores pay something.
Oh, yeah.
That's how they did the parade. He did something, sit up there. That's the one from the store.
I thought he volunteered.
That's the one from the store. Now the one that volunteered, he don't get nothing. But if you get the one from the store, he get paid. I seen the one get sued in court. They have a tip jar. They made him give his money back. He violated the contract and all this kind of stuff. I said, boy, this is if I was him, I'd have came in full costume. And every time the judge would ask me so, I said, oh. Rather than they said something, oh. Then I said, Judge, we've been naughty or nice? Oh. Get him out of here. I love the time that we're living in, but I gotta say something. We have to use some serious wisdom, because if you pay attention to what's going on, there are things being implemented to get you to use less of your brain activity. They used to have something in school for the little children called reading comprehension.
Oh, that's gone off the window.
They don't even have that no more. The most agonizing problem in math is a reading problem. Folks used to hate to do the reading problems. They ain't got to worry about that no more. They don't even have to sign their name. They ain't got to be able to write their name. They don't even have to be able to have complete sentences. They don't even have to have full processed thought. Some of the children that go here, they mutants. Because they're so advanced. Y'all ever talk to your son? Y'all don't want to do with him. Tyree, y'all don't want to do with him. Memo. Because they're in a place where they're not told they can be done. We call it yelling. Y'all know what I'm doing? Teachers ask them, where do you go? You tell my Jesus, what our children about? No, it's the most I go. Make the teachers turn their head like a sword. What you say? We got to do it respectfully and wise. But we're going to get it done. And we're going to be by ourselves. And count on it. I told you, I'm exhausted. But it ain't going to kill me. So we're going to get it done. I'm thankful tonight. I pray somebody was edified by what was said in here. Tomorrow is Saturday. If you set your day away, it's fine.
Amen.
It's Saturday. Some people call it the Sabbath day. But really this. What is the Sabbath day for the 7-day Adventists? Right? Now, you ain't supposed to do nothing on Saturday. Just like in the book, you don't supposed to do nothing on Saturday, right? What the heck you doing in the synagogue and in the temple? Because you got to do something in there.
Because that's a holy day.
But you ain't supposed to do nothing.
Sanctuary.
You ain't supposed to do nothing.
They worship it.
You ain't supposed to worship. That take energy. You say, God rest me. Why you ain't? Big shame. See how messed up this stuff is?
They resting in his presence. There you go.
Oh, really? They got the right one. Not so, because hands made that building, and according to your book, his spirit don't dwell in temples made with hands. But you got a story where it did dwell in the temple made with hands. Solomon's. They got the right one. They got the right one. For everything they say, I can sit there and smile and grin and say, well, consider this. And I ain't going to use nothing but that same Bible they use. They have all the books and all that other stuff. Nope, they told me, use that Bible. So you won't need nothing else. And you'll profound the lives. use my body. I said, okay. Everything in there is said a different way at least 7 times. At least 7. Everything. And I thought it wasn't so. But yes, it is. Everything in there is said a different way at least 7 times. I'm like, what? I guess 7 is completion. Yes, 7 is completion and 10 is exception. And 10 is good now. 12 is well, I don't know. What is it? Have you ever found if you make one step, you make 2 steps?
It ain't
And it ain't that.
good song.
They just made that up.
They
Like,
made it up.
it ain't even that. Man. We ain't got the mandates, but we sure got to do it. Love y'all very much. Appreciate you. My name is requesting your presence for 3 nights or 2 nights, at least give them 1. To requesting your presence. How many of y'all get ready to go? Notice I said they requesting your presence.
Pastor Harris was watching. Pastor Tron, Sister Bryant, Minister Boyd, and Nigel.
Oh, well. I want it known. And next year it'll be known very much that ain't nowhere in the world a man taught me. That's gonna be a proven known fact. Ain't no natural man taught nobody like this. Ain't no way. That's gonna be a known fact. Y'all do some praying, because I want to talk to some preachers. I want to run for. Oh, I'm gonna have to go over there and sit down with old big boy and just sit across from him and start talking. Think I may get
The who?
I probably have to bring a kid with me. I get in there.
Where?
Over there, big boy. His father-in-law.
Where?
His father-in-law, Thor.
Where they located?
They know. Oh, they meet in Cincinnati at a hotel conference.
Where?
I've been wanting to talk to the preachers because they got so much stuff. I think it'll be kind of edifying to see them talk. I look forward to it.
You have to talk right now. They can come on in and let's talk about it. Come on to the talk.
Oh boy, they came here, he got a little scared of me now. They've been going on there looking at, they had went on there and looked at that video. I told them, they said I made them look stupid. I wasn't trying to make that man look stupid.
But you did.
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah, there's some preachers that went on there. And look, because see, his people been talking about it since that. Yeah. The preacher said, that man made you look stupid. I wasn't trying to make you look stupid.
oh, but you did.
See? I was trying to, but that's why some preachers, they don't say that to me. They saw that video.
he just, I think the problem was he just didn't understand what you was asking him.
Oh,
And
oh yeah, he did.
He did. He
Because he
didn't know how to
said,
answer.
he did like this on the video, dog. When I said, go ahead and answer, he said, look it up. Like something up there, what I'm telling you. I started telling bro, ain't nothing there but wood. I thought y'all said it's in you. He did. He posed and looked up. Like, he get ready. I'm show him. Ain't showing me that. You done. You didn't hear the question. I said, who am I?
he said, first he said, apostle, ain't you? See, he was trying to figure it out.
Next time I'm gonna know better, because I did not mean to do that to him. But some of his preacher friends, his congregation, their choir, they've been talking ever since that. They want me to come over there. I found that out. They want me to stop by. Yeah, they said that man tell hard truth. Hard truth. One thing about it, the elderly said, yeah. I appreciate it, he open. I'm not trying to embarrass him. I'm trying to help. But folks said, he said, I ain't embarrassed. He the one preached, I did. Let me let that go. I'm so glad we had the time to do it. Now, tomorrow is Saturday. Enjoy your Saturday. You got any plans, vehicle, well, everything work together good. Most high, Mother and Father of life, thankful for yet another time. Thankful for those that log in by way of the internet. And we are grateful that we are going to have a blessed, serene, and prosperous and productive rest of this night. All things working together for good. Let this continue to be a blessed weekend.